Who cares if the furnace is out? That's doing it right there. I'm gonna have to lose a layer.
Dad, I don't think this is working.
Let me turn up the volume for you. Ooh, it's almost too hot, huh?
There's an expert for that.
Let your local heating experts at Service Experts Heating and Air Conditioning keep you warm and worry-free with the Advantage program for just one low monthly payment.
Guys, come back, I'm doing s'mores. Nice. Who cares if the furnace is out? That's doing it right there. I'm gonna have to lose a layer.
Dad, I don't think this is working.
Let me turn up the volume for you. Ooh, it's almost too hot, huh?
There's an expert for that.
Let your local heating experts at Service Experts Heating and Air Conditioning keep you warm and worry-free with the Advantage program for just one low monthly payment.
Guys, come back, I'm doing s'mores.
The roaring game. We all love it, but sometimes curling just isn't as fun as it can be on the Nintendo Switch. Don't get stuck in your curling club this year. Learn the game inside and out. Play for your favorite country and take the curling world by storm. With up to 4 players per console, you can enjoy curling with your friends and family anywhere, anytime. Let's play curling. Available now only on Nintendo Switch.
Who cares if the furnace is out? That's doing it right there. I'm gonna have to lose a layer.
Dad, I don't think this is working.
Let me turn up the volume for you. Ooh, it's almost too hot, huh?
There's an expert for that.
Let your local heating experts at Service Experts Heating and Air Conditioning keep you warm and worry-free with the Advantage program for just one low monthly payment.
Guys, come back, I'm doing s'mores.
Imagine being able to stream every curling game from every sheet from any event, be it your Wednesday league game, bonspiel, or corporate event. Curling Stadium offers an all-inclusive streaming solution featuring high-quality cameras, ease of use, great reliability, and minimal installation. Offering your sponsors customizable ad space on your streamed curling games and being able to sell video packages to your corporate events for increased revenue. With Curling Stadium, you can stream to any device, be it your mobile phone, tablet, or computer. Push the feed to your desired platform, be it Facebook, YouTube, or any other social media. Curling Stadium is simply the way forward. Where it's commonplace in other sports to televise every game, we want to do the same. Curling is a global sport, and it's time it gets the coverage it needs. Make your curling club the next Curling Stadium.
Sometimes curling just isn't as fun as it can be on the Nintendo Switch. With up to 4 players per console, you can enjoy curling with your friends and family anywhere, anytime. Let's play curling. Available now only on Nintendo Switch.
And here we are, the championship final of the Service Expert Shootout, coming to you live from Leduc, Alberta. It is the CBC's Super Series, Mixed Double Super Series, and we've got a fantastic final lined up for you. We've got Kerri Einarson and her partner Brad Jacobs taking on a very well-established team in Tyrel Griffith and Nancy Martin. Mike Harris will be joined. I am being joined right now by Kim Tuck, 2014 Canadian Mixed Doubles Champion. And Kim, we got a great matchup here and two different teams. We got a brand new team that just formed, and we've got a long-established team in Griffith and Martin. Why don't you handicap this one for us?
So I'm expecting a pretty good game. As you mentioned, Nancy and Tyrel have played several games together, so pretty established, on the same page for most of the calls. Kerri and Brad are playing extremely well, so lots of great shots being made. and still just trying to get to know each other a little bit and the mixed doubles format. But I do expect it to be an awesome game.
Yeah, Kerri and Brad made it look very simple in their earlier win against Lisa Weigel and John Epping in their semifinal matchup. And no questioning the credentials of this team, with Kerri being the 3-time defending Scotties champion. Of course, Brad Jacobs, Olympic gold medalist, former Brier champion as well. So no lack of talent from the shot-making perspective. And then we said with Nancy and Ty here, Kim, this is a team that's been together for a number of years, and they've had some great success. They've actually lost a Canadian final a few years ago, and kind of trying to find their form, but they're playing really well. They won our last event, the Ali Jenkins Memorial in Saskatoon a couple of weeks ago, and are undefeated here this week, and that has earned them last rock in this first end of the final.
Yeah, they're continuing their good play into the week here. And you'll notice when you're watching this duo, you'll hear lots of good communication between the two of them. They're always talking through the shots, so always being on the same page. And that's a really big part of being a good mixed doubles team.
Yeah, the decision-making process certainly is a little quicker than it is for Einarson Jacobs. They're almost a lot more automated calls, and that comes from their experience in this discipline.
I think Brad and Kerri, as the more games they play, they'll start to see that some of the shots they might turn to in a 4-person game might not be necessarily the best option during the mixed doubles game. And so you'll start to see them get more comfortable with that.
Okay, you're in a wider one. Stay close. There it goes.
Still heavy. Back 8.
Oh, then.
Trying.
No.
Still there, though.
This has been the kind of the early end miss, is the rocks going a little deep, and I know you and your husband Wayne played in this event, Kim, and maybe talk a little bit about the ice conditions here in Leduc.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so the ice conditions have been pretty consistent throughout the week. Pretty quick to start out with. Usually the fastest it is in the first practice and first end. It sits around 16. It is a little bit quicker going to the wall side, so coming home. Ice is a bit thicker at that end, so it's a little bit uphill. So you'll start to see that really starting to come into play as we get along into the game. But a pretty good surface, pretty consistent across the sheets, and just a matter of a few tricky spots maybe throughout the 8-foot that will really depend on your weight and line to see if it gets that curl.
Tyrel Griffith looking for the out-turn tap here, trying to get to the center line side of that yellow stone at the top 4. Pretty close by the guard, hard to do much better. What a really nice touch there from Tyrel.
Yeah, it's a nice start for him.
And it's like at just about every end in mixed doubles, Kim. There's a nice opportunity here for Brad Jacobs to draw down into the pocket, but if he doesn't get in there, it's going to be some real trouble for Einarson Jacobs. We always see a number of big ends scored in this format.
Yeah, one miss will get you into trouble pretty quickly in an end. So it's really important to make sure you get something out of every shot. Even if it's not exactly what you call, but trying to get the most out of each shot.
I think I like it, Kerri. I think we can wait a hair.
Clean, yep.
I think we can wait for weight.
Yep. Oh. Yep.
Tap.
Whoa, tapping. Whoa. Curl. Oh, no. We're on ours.
Heavy.
Okay.
Like a good hack and try and roll.
So a slight error there from Brad Jacobs.
I mean,
When you look at that view from the front, very similar look to what Tyrel threw on his first one.
I think
And
the key is
it
getting our
appears
shooter
there's some
half
room to
under,
roll
though.
inside
Well,
as
I
well.
know, but
Yeah. Is that a good hack?
sure.
Yeah.
She's not gonna get a lot of curl with hack, right?
Yeah, I think it's just 2 inches of ice. Maybe a little more. It's a similar, like, it's going to curl similar to my last one.
I don't.
It'll run a little straighter, but I think that'll be good.
Okay.
Just easy hack.
They can hit and roll behind the middle here, Kim. They're going to be 3 behind a center guard and
Bing.
really nowhere to go for Brad Jacobs.
Yeah, nice little soft hit and roll here. Really set these guys up for a couple points here in the first end.
Got to go to get by the top red now.
Get under there.
Oh, what a nice throw there from Ty. So line 2,
Did you ever run that, Brad?
hard to
Yeah,
miss,
this is my
hard
last
to
one.
miss that card much tighter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nancy
I
was
don't see
screaming for
anything
them to go
else
on that right
unless you,
away.
like, really
What a
think,
mess
but-
for Jacobs
Yeah,
and
this-
Einarson here.
You want to come sweep,
Wow.
Kerri?
Yeah.
Both yellows very vulnerable. No easy hits, and they don't have last rock. Other than that, they're in good shape.
They're doing great.
Yeah, other than that, they're doing really well. Well, we saw Nancy and Ty get off to a great start in that semifinal earlier today. They were up 5-0. They stole 5 points out of the gate, the first 2 ends against Prey and Rios, and managed to hang on. But with last rock here, this is an ideal situation.
Yeah,
Not sure what Jacobs has elected to play. They talked about playing the run back.
I think that's what they're playing.
That's scary.
Mm-hmm.
Facing a few and oh boy. Got rid of a lot of yellows. Left
I think
a
so.
guard and no real good angles now for
She's probably playing the run.
Yeah, that's fine.
I think we can kind of, yeah. I think we can go even tighter.
Well, I'm just saying,
Okay, I like guard, yeah. Halfway tight.
I mean, her out is the straw, right? So
Yeah.
last rock for Tyrel here. Only 2 to come afterwards.
I think
1
we
each
can't
for
take everything away still.
Kerri Einarson and
I think we oughta
Nancy
guard our
Martin.
red.
And
Can't leave it open.
I think
we can leave that out. It's
Nancy's
only
point is
there,
well
right?
taken. The only out that they really have is to draw to the side of the button here. I think you want to make sure you don't allow that
Halfway guard, yeah.
Okay.
the guard to help protect a stone that ends up there. But what do you
Yeah,
like?
I like the. Yeah, I don't mind the guard over a little bit.
You could
more
even come
guarding
right
kind
into
of.
the you could even come right into the top 8 corner frozen
Yeah.
on the low side, which would be really good. You know,
I think
again,
that
Kerri's
Might be a
gonna
hair
Kerri's
hot.
such a great hitter. Might
Yeah.
have a chance to make a double or
Might be a hair
triple,
heavy.
but
How heavy?
And I think that's probably why they're, trying to leave it out a little bit further for a guard and not bring it into the house is because of Kerri's ability to hit.
We want
Straight,
more.
straight.
Ty threw it heavy. They are coming in. Let's see what kind of damage Einarson's going to be able to do here.
Okay. Sit. Yeah.
The question is there any way to get rid of 3? I might be able to get rid of maybe all 4. Hit a quarter of that one right where Kerri's broom is.
I think if I
Yep.
dose,
Might catch the back
it
one.
might just miss this one, hey?
Well, I think if you're, it might spin.
Yeah.
I think you're pretty happy even if you get rid of 3.
And hopefully,
Either that or.
like I could get rid of this one and maybe this one.
The easiest doubles to hit it in the pocket on the left.
Like right there.
Yeah.
fine. And just-
You hit a quarter rock right there and
I think
take your
you're
chances.
trying to hit thin half. Thin half and
like here gets this one, but I think it might miss that.
it might miss that.
I think we're trying.
well, it's going to
play
have some
this
weight
and
on
try
it,
and
Kim.
get
I'll tell
things
them.
going.
We'll
Yeah.
go with that
Yeah.
and see how many she can get rid of. But
You can sweet.
I think the key is to make sure you get the top 2, right? Make sure you get at least 2, and if you catch
make sure
one
you get 2.
from the
Yeah.
button on the way
Giving
by,
up
it's
3.
nice.
Yeah, giving up 3 is not the end of the world.
You know, a third is close, I think. A big third. the thin half is going to make some good noise. Okay.
Make some good noise. I like that.
So like right on the center line, hey? You like that?
I do.
All right, folks. Let's see how many reds disappear here.
Oh, yeah! Oh! Whoa! No, 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 no! Whoa! Crowd!
Top two going for sure here. And they were right. Just missed that stone on the button.
Middle there? Yeah, it's
Could have hit it a little thicker, maybe.
Yeah.
15-5.
So nice opportunity here now for Nancy Martin.
She's got a nice path into the 4-foot, so I expect her to make this.
Yeah, and a little bit of backing as well. Never hurt.
Yeah.
You're close. Are we heavy? I think you're close. Okay. It's running like it's heavy. Okay. Off the yellow.
You need that yellow or not? You need it or not?
Yeah, we need it.
Yep.
Little indecision here.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa! Yep.
Playing off the wide yellow. That's a good heads-up call there from Tyrel and Nancy. And to your point, Kim, great communication gets them the third point. So
Yeah, it's right back.
perfect start here for Martin and Griffith. They'll take 3 in the opening end of our championship final from the Service Experts Shootout in Leduc.
That's nice. Who cares if the furnace is out? That's doing it right there. I'm gonna have to lose a layer.
Dad, I don't think this is working.
Let me turn up the volume for you. Ooh, it's almost too hot, huh?
There's an expert for that.
Let your local heating experts at Service Experts Heating and Air Conditioning keep you warm and worry-free with the Advantage program for just one low monthly payment.
Guys, come back. I'm doing s'mores.
Line's good.
Like we're there. Like we're there.
Clean.
Little bump.
Yep.
Becky.
Whoa.
Second inning underway of the Mixed Doubles Super Series
Whoa.
Back 12 almost.
here on CBC Gem. Thanks for tuning in wherever you are watching.
Whoa. Yep.
Harris and Kim Tuck.
Okay.
Happy to be bringing you this championship game. So opening field goal there for Martin and Griffith. We'll stick with the theme that's prevalent across the country today. Kim.
I'm not a big football person, so I'm going to be really low on those terms.
We'll finish up here, folks. Don't worry, we're good. We're going to watch some.
Unless you're talking about soccer, then I'm then.
Got room right now. Okay. I can wait. Calm down.
This one looks a little warm as well. So
Okay.
Yeah, if you're
Not a
just
great
that little
start.
bit heavy, it doesn't move. So you don't even get the little chap or even just the tick on that one in the 4-foot.
that is all the way through the rings. So fairly big error there from Kerri Einarson.
Yeah. Top 8's good.
Yeah, I agree.
Smells pretty good.
Okay. Line's good. Hair tight. Yep.
Okay, we can wait.
Gotta go.
Weight's good.
Gotta go.
Top 4.
Yep. Okay, whoa.
Top 4.
Whoa. Whoa. Hold the line if you can. We're over curling.
We just want to let it die.
Okay.
Sit.
Calling the weight. Good throw. Just need my hair mice.
Yeah.
Okay. get to nose and tap this
The
one
intern
here.
side really moving nicely.
Like back 12 weight, back line.
Yeah.
Already some early pressure here on Jacobs. Needs to try to get near the nose of that red. Keep a shooter in a spot that can't be easily hit. And hoping to move one of those reds out of the 8-foot. So tough shot.
Clean.
Get close, I think.
Oh,
Pretty close.
clean.
Weight's good.
Clean.
Weight's good.
Yes.
Hair down, if anything.
Hard. 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 You gotta go. Hard.
Okay.
Got a little bit of separation there. Just still going to be difficult to get rid of that middle red right now. Especially once a guard gets thrown up here by
Yeah.
Tyrel on the
And out there, it's fast.
broom side where Nancy's holding the brush.
Curly there, so.
Would like to bump that definitely a bit further.
Yeah, lying second shot would have been nice
Yeah.
for sure.
He's under.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, room right now. Say we're halfway.
Clean.
Just over half. Just over half.
Clean.
1, 2.
Has to curl a little. Has to curl a little.
Should get there.
Curl. Curl.
Gonna close down the port. There's
Curl. Okay, good throw.
Yeah, pretty good.
Nice way to do it.
well managed.
Yeah. Good weight. Already starting to pick up the lines.
Well, early in games, we saw it earlier in the semifinals. Well, Martin and Griffith just doing a very good job of positioning their stones,
Yes.
But you gotta make
putting a
noise.
lot of pressure on their opponents.
I don't mind that.
You know this. It's right on
That's
the
the only
nose.
reason I kind of like it.
Yeah.
Because we've played it a few times in the last couple of games. Eh?
Yeah. Like just a hair high.
Yeah, just a hair high.
Okay, I like it.
Okay.
Let's make it.
If they make solid contact on that top yellow, you said watch the middle red, the one that's on the button, to see where it ends up. That's going to be the key one. Obviously, that one at the back 4-foot will fly out of there. Maybe they can get that little back yellow biter to count yet, Kim, if they do the right amount of damage here.
Nose even gets it too.
So this will have a little bit of heat on it.
Try to take the curl, if any, out of it.
Oh God, that did not.
It's that middle red was never really going to go very far. It was just when you got 3 in a row like that, just tough to get the middle one out. But the pretty good result for Jacobs.
Yeah, I know he's not happy about it, but at the same token, like, you've left them with one. It's in the back of the 4-foot now. They have to come around. If they don't put it in a good spot, you'll have an opportunity going on top of it. So it's not the end of the world.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, better than it was, certainly.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, right here.
Yeah, that's safe.
Yeah.
Not real close. Maybe a hair light.
Okay, a little bit of room right
If
now.
you're ever wondering, folks, why
Always close. Top 8.
who's outplaying who, just look at the degree of difficulty of the shots that are being played so far for Martin and Griffith versus Einarson Jacobs. We saw Kerri trying a triple or a quad on her last end, and then it's been run back and some really tough ones so far in this second end. And another great draw there from Tyrel. Not much for Einarson and Jacobs to look at again.
Throw the intern with like back 8 and try to get to nose it. Yeah.
Yeah, we still wouldn't be shot.
Yeah. It's either that or we're playing this thing again. Or a double peel.
It's either, yeah, like this, if you can just ever stick it there or even.
Yeah.
I think it's too late to come around and freeze to that one in the forefoot.
No,
Yeah, Brad was talking about tapping it,
I think like a normal.
which is really tough. When you look at where it's located behind that center guard, it's actually over buried by an inch or two.
Well, probably that, eh?
Yeah. I like it, Brad.
Normal?
Yep.
Looks like he's playing the same shot he just tried. You see any other better options, Kim? I don't.
No, not really.
Sometimes you're just in trouble. This is one of those. This is one of
Yeah.
those times.
Yeah. This is when you're in like the run back game.
Normal, a little down.
Yep. 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 Yes.
Oh, boy.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, it's kind of just mismanaged, and the worst part about it is they actually left the guard exactly where it was. So,
Like, as long as we're counting it.
Yeah, I agree.
how do you score if you're Jacobs and Einarson right now?
No.
And how do you not give up more than 2 or 3 if a good freeze is made? Wow, what a mess!
Yeah, if Nancy puts this right on the face, like I mean, again, I feel like they're going to be playing some kind of run back again just to try to cut them down.
Get the touching center, it's real good. Just like takes away the angle.
Yeah, I mean, it's full speed right now, right?
Yep.
In this
15
spot.
2. It's not as fast as this spot, but yeah.
No, I mean, it's not 16, but it's like,
it's a nice speed.
it's not the normal, like, I need to throw 14-8 this way.
Yeah, I
right?
think you just want to think top, like tight guard, top 12, and then I'll get the extra 3 feet. So let's make a good one here.
And great communication.
Yeah.
So Nancy Martin trying to put all kinds of pressure here on Kerri Einarson for her last.
I can wait.
Feet, line's good.
Top 8.
Hold in. Curl.
Can wait.
Where?
Top 8, top 4.
How's the curl? Gotta curl it! Hard curl! Hard curl! Hard curl!
Stay sit. Oh no.
Oh, left him and out.
May have left a shot here for Einarson to get rid of at least 2.
She knows that.
The good news is the guard it's pretty tight to the guard to hit it on the nose. If you look at from the front, there's a good look from the front. And look at this goal. They don't see it being easy. Don't blame her. And this could be, I think the best you can do here, if you can draw down to that back when you get second shot, pretty good shot.
Yep.
And the good news is this is the exact same shot Kerri threw on her first.
You ever just get it to T and cut them to 1? It's a great
Yeah,
shot,
it's
Kerri.
either that or rip this and give them one.
Yeah, you could do that too. Yep.
Okay, I like it.
You like ripping
That looks easier,
Yep.
doesn't it? I mean, it seems to me the double is a much easier shot. So
Well,
yeah,
yeah,
you can see the one on the left. They're thinking the one in the middle isn't going out. So
No.
we'll see how this ends up. And this is Kerri's strength. That is full. Uh-oh.
Right.
Oh, God.
Oh no.
And that is 3 more. Another field goal for Martin and Griffith. So they are going to jump out front 6-0 in this championship final after only 2 ends of play. And
You should never have
Einarson Jacobs with a hill to climb. We'll be back after the break.
Who cares if the furnace is out? That's doing it right there. I'm gonna have to lose a layer.
Dad, I don't think this is working.
Let me turn up the volume for you. Ooh, it's almost too hot, huh?
There's an expert for that.
Let your local heating experts at Service Experts Heating and Air Conditioning keep you warm and worry-free with the Advantage program for just one low monthly payment.
Guys, come back, I'm doing s'mores. Who cares if the furnace is out? That's doing it right there. I'm gonna have to lose a layer.
Dad, I don't think this is working.
Let me turn up the volume for you. Ooh, it's almost too hot, huh?
There's an expert for that.
Let your local heating experts at Service Experts Heating and Air Conditioning keep you warm and worry-free with the Advantage program for just one low monthly payment.
Guys, come back, I'm doing s'mores.
Well, third end of action underway, and that is not a typo on the scoreboard. That is 6-0 thirdly for Nancy Martin and Tyrel Griffith, and they have not missed much, and they have forced their opponents into very difficult shots. And Kim Tuck, this is the early power play, and tell us a little bit about how they defended this power play right out of the gate. Nancy Martin again with another great shot to start.
Yeah, so Nancy made a really nice tick on that corner guard, pushed it into the rings, rolled her shooter out. Really tough to do because the guards on this ice surface are a little bit higher than what we normally see. It wasn't curling as much as our last event, so they had to move that out. So really important from the right weight to be able to tick that into the house and not leave it for a guard. So really nice shot by Nancy to get this end going.
Yeah, nothing. And then if it hits, it kind of hits a little better. Yeah, sure. I can do a little more with just that.
Yeah, 4 rocks in play so far. No takeouts are allowed to be played until there are 5 rocks in play, including the 2 stationary stones. So Tyrel, even though he's moving this yellow Einarson Jacobs stone, he's only trying to move it back a couple of feet, and ideally right into the back corner where Nancy is holding the brush.
Oh, real close.
If this takes the yellow stone completely out of play, things will have to be replaced.
Back line. Yes! Little thin. Yes! Whoa! Over curl better. Okay. Whoa! Yep! Yes! Yep! Yep! Yes! Okay. Okay. That's good.
So the key there was a chance to lie 2. So red is lying 2. So pretty good shot. I'm curious to see. We saw earlier, Kim, in the semifinal when Martin and Griffith got up 5-0. They kind of went into a little bit of a defensive mode and almost came back to bite them. What's your take on what they need to do here moving forward?
Yeah, I think they need to kind of stay a little bit more on the offensive instead of going straight to being a little bit more conservative, more defensive. It's hard to defend a lead in mixed doubles, especially when it's early like this. So you have to be okay with potentially giving up 2 or 3 kind of right back and then get right back into it. But you can't sit on a 6-point lead, even though it seems like a lot in mixed doubles. Brad and Kerri could pop a 3 here and then right back in it. So I think you're just going to stay on the offense. Just keep doing what you've been doing to get there.
Right. And to that point, Pere and Rios actually had a shot to tie the game. In that semifinal. They were down 8-4 coming home, and as you said, just they kind of got in trouble trying to hit their way out of difficulty. And there's so many rocks in play out of the gate. Even here, we've already got 5 stones in the forefeit, and you miss 1 double, and all of a sudden you're giving up a 3-ender. But
yeah, it's almost like when you think back into the 4-person game, like you can really control how your opponents can limit their scoring. And with mixed doubles, it's a little bit harder to do that because of the pre-positioned stones and the fact that you can't hit until the 6th rock. So you have to kind of get on the assumption that you can't just continue to eliminate the rocks. Like you're going to have to get your rocks in a good spot. You're going to have to potentially play to still score, even though in 4-person you might be still just trying to limit.
Yeah, no easy doubles here. And the other challenge is with only one sweeper sweeping your own stone, you just can't be quite as precise with those big weight doubles that we see. So that there's that challenge as well. But, so instead of playing a double here, they're actually going to try to hit and roll on live 3, which seems like a good call.
Curl, yeah. Okay, we'll roll this way. Not too much. It's okay. Sit. Good. That's fine. Yeah.
Lying 3, so at some point Jacobs is going to need to play a hit.
I think we gotta just make this.
Yeah, I like that, Kerri. Yeah.
There
with
it comes.
like a bumper.
Yeah. At least bumper. I think probably control if we're trying to roll all the way to that red. Okay, right? Yep.
So the nice thing for Brad and Kerri is, you know, these rocks are spread out. So if they can make a nice hit and roll here, the opportunity for Tyrel and Nancy to make a double is probably less.
Yeah, that's the good news. The bad news is they're also spread out for them, so they need to make some good shots. So it's yeah, I think, but understanding that the 2 yellows you can't double out right now, that's a good thing for Einarson, Jacobs, and anyone cheering for them.
Weight's good. Weight's good. You're heavy, maybe?
Okay, whoa. Close, yeah. Hard. Whoa.
And just got caught right in the middle there with that one.
It's close. I think if we hit this one first, though, I think we'll be okay.
I think it's coming here.
It's going to go off it, though. I think that's still the call. We're going to sit 2.
I don't love it. I like this.
It's going off. I'll throw peel. I'd have to hit it really thin for it to do that.
Okay.
It's a half a rock. Yeah.
Half a rock, where are you seeing it going across it?
No, it'll go right through the hole. Right through the hole. Yeah.
Even a thick half would work well. This is where Nancy and Ty do really good. At some point, they decide to not fight the fight anymore and let the thrower.
Yeah.
Go. I think they do a really nice job with that. Managing.
Well, and Tyrel was pretty firm about, that this was the shot. So that's Nancy's indication that she needs to, back off and let him play the shot. Hopefully Wayne's not listening.
Well, listen, if it does dead jam on the one on the center line, they're still getting rid of the wide yellow.
Yep.
And again, go back to degree of difficulty. This is a much easier shot than throwing a hack waiter.
Yeah, 100%.
So there you go.
Yep.
Piece of cake. Interesting to see whose third shot. Kerri's having a look.
We're third.
There you go. Thanks, Kerri.
Yeah.
Which one is 4th?
This one's 4th. First, second. If you freeze here, we're shot.
Okay, I like that. Yep. Like a back button.
Yep.
Just checking the depth, how far behind the tee line it needs to be. So back button is the depth there from Brad. So 1 full rock behind the tee line would be about right. And you'll probably see Nancy. She might even hit the open one and concede 2 points here at this stage.
Yeah.
Line's good. Yep.
Little tap. Small tap right now. There. Wait's there.
Okay. Whoa.
Wait's there.
Oh no, 14-7. No.
Trying to curl enough.
Okay. Nose hit. Or even a little high is fine. Nose makes her double a little tougher.
Okay. Yours did nothing, hey?
Dead straight. Yeah.
Okay.
You can hit on this side, roll out. She'll have that. You hit on the nose, it's gonna be a real tough double.
If I hit it this side, it's still going through, right?
Huh?
We're good if we hit it like a hair this side is okay?
Oh yeah, you can hit it a hair low too.
Okay.
Yeah. Like right on the nose is the best shot.
Okay.
Makes her double really steep, so.
Just like a 9?
I think so. 9 will have the most control, I think, with it. Will make me go.
so.
Sure, so.
throw it an inch high of where I want to hit it.
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Nancy's a very good hitter, so she'll be close on this.
Yeah. I still like how they go through everything and make sure that they know all the scenarios. If they hit it here, is it still going to be okay? Is it going to, if I hit it here, is it still going to be okay? It just sets the thrower's mind at ease a little bit, that there's a little bit of room.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Got Eddie?
No.
Uh-oh.
Just picking it.
Oh, yeah, that's fine. Wow.
Actually feathered that back red as well, made the double extremely difficult.
Unbelievable. Sorry, guys.
And they're apologizing because now the double's almost impossible by feathering that outside red.
I know.
I don't know if it's there.
I
So you
could
have
have.
to count that top, right?
I was gonna call you to hair that one and into it too.
So Einarson just going to draw for one.
That was the other option.
Yeah.
But like,
Didn't
then it
miss
was
that
like,
combo
no,
very
we're
much.
you paired it. We're okay.
You had me nervous there.
So with the power play, only being able to take one, this would be a little bit of a disappointment for Einarson and Jacobs. Maybe a big disappointment, Kim.
Yeah, I'd say big disappointment. I think when you call the power play in this type of scenario, I think you're banking on at least scoring two. So to only be able to get your one, definitely is a disappointment. It's going to make the hill a little bit bigger.
Well, there it is. Einarson Jacobs on the board. But Martin and Griffith will go up 6-1 through 3 ends of play, and they will have the hammer in the 4th end when we come back.
She only touched it.
That's nice. Who cares if the furnace is out? That's doing it right there. I'm gonna have to lose a layer.
Dad, I don't think this is working.
Let me turn up the volume for you. Ooh, it's almost too hot, huh?
There's an expert for that.
Let your local heating experts at Service Experts Heating and Air Conditioning keep you warm and worry-free with the Advantage program for just one low monthly payment.
Guys, come back. I'm doing s'mores.
Line! Never off! I have no words for that. It's a perfect throw.
Sixth end underway here, and that
Same as
was
your draw shot here 2 ends ago.
Kerri Einarson's first rock, over curling slightly and a little light.
Top 4 is ideal, I think.
Left the center guard.
They can't get in on the right side, so.
True. They might be able to draw
So we
around
saw
here. Here's over curls, they'll draw around it.
with a little nice break for Nancy Martin in the 3rd end, they end up forcing Einarson Jacobs into scoring one. And with that, tough start here. If Nancy can get one in here to the top button,
I think it's close.
Kim,
Probably hair light.
going to be a real test of shot making and patience for Einarson and Jacobs.
Yeah, they'll be in the same situation. It might be nice to see them instead of going straight to a run back, maybe trying to move some of those angles around, rearrange things, tap some things back a little bit. Maybe have some more rocks that they can work with.
That is the ideal start there for Nancy.
Yeah.
You got a couple shots.
Pretty good.
Yeah, I think so.
Kerri joking around with Tyrel. There wasn't. He seemed disappointed, but Kerri, I think that's a good shot. I agree with her. It is a pretty good shot. So Jacobs under some pressure already. Needs to get this around the corner guard or that yellow that was left out front and has to get it buried. Get it to a spot where they can use it.
Mine's good. Clean.
I suspect we'll see Tyrel go up and peel those two yellows away, or try to peel them away with a 5-point lead and line
Clean
two.
it. Close. Weights there right now. Okay. Top 4. Got a curl. Right here. If you can get it
You
there.
get some fun around it if you
Keep
okay.
going, keep going, keep going.
Yeah, well by the guard.
Keep going. Yeah, there's no finish there.
Not bad, but red continuing to be shot
If
stone.
we ever just miss it, it's gonna get there yellow. So
Yeah.
Don't do that. That would make Brad very upset if you miss the double peel and get the one on the side of the 4-foot.
close to half, I think.
And Brad was already not impressed with Nancy ticking that stone back and not leaving a double last end. So
The
the
other thing
call
with
is the
mixed
double
doubles,
peel and the 2 guards.
There's so many rocks in play with mixed doubles. You know, that's going to happen. You're gonna
Oh, for sure.
opponents are going to make shots that were a little bit better than what they called, and
So just stay
so you
close.
kind of have to
I think just straight up.
kind of just carry on.
Difficult when you're down 6-0 though. It's hard
That
to
is true.
accept.
Yep.
It's hard to accept.
That's fair.
Whoa. Whoa.
Just needs to move a
Whoa.
touch.
Curl a hair. Ah. Spin back.
The good news is he got rid of the one that was hurting him, which is the one that was guarding
Yeah.
the yellow.
Yeah.
So that's a good shot.
And he's sort of guarding their red. It's in the way.
Yeah, just the way this end is started, you just get the feeling it's going to be a steal of 1 or a mittful for red here. I think Tyrel and Nancy would have it in their head if they can get one more good score, this game could be over.
Yeah.
And Einarson and Jacobs just trying to steal their way back into it. Jacobs looking for the freeze.
I'd like to wait. I'd like to wait. I'm feeling back. Hard line! Yes! Hard line! Hard! 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 Yes,
Give
yes,
out that
yes.
one in the 4-foot.
Just papers, and
Yeah, it's gotta be. They'll come off of this one and even go to there.
leaves a potential double here on the 2 yellows.
Going to our red, but
Yeah.
Even a nose hit would be
I
okay.
don't know. I think it's missing it.
I think so. It's got to be. It can't be no. It can't be no. It's got to be 2/3 low probably.
Yeah.
Kind of kicks into our red.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You going out there?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, we saw his fade hard here, hey?
Pardon?
When he threw here, it faded hard here.
Yeah, I'm not gonna throw like really hard. It's just gonna be smooth, and I'll try to hit it.
Just
Yeah.
low. Yeah.
Like low is good. Yeah. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Yep, 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 yep.
A little bit of heat here from Ty.
Hard. Oh, oh.
Okay.
And that was jamming all day long. A little surprised
Yeah.
they played that, but
Thank
that's a
you.
good opportunity now for
Yeah.
Einarson Jacobs to
Great.
get one into the top
I
here.
think that same ice should be close.
Okay.
But who knows?
Yeah.
I'll give you a smidge less.
So pretty well trying to freeze the nose, eh?
Yeah, nose is really good.
See a corner of that yellow stone out the left-hand side, or the back 4-foot stone. You can see it when you had the front on shot. It is slightly accessible, but
Hey,
I feel
line's
like that's
good.
a lot of weight.
And the nose
Mine's
freeze
10.
here.
It looks hot.
It's hot at the moment.
Yeah.
It's coming down big time.
Yep.
Big time.
Well,
Small
yep.
taps.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Still tapping here.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Good. Good shot. We gotta try that.
Yeah. Stead nose.
Oh, boy.
With a knife.
Mhm.
Sure. Okay. I can get you to sweep this one still. I just can't get to it quite as quick, so.
I think though they're going to run the yellow back. I thought they were going to run the hit the yellow to Brad just through, but they are going to run the guard back.
It's either that, Nancy, or we tap it a foot instead of hair high.
I don't mind that either.
Yeah, we can tap it just a foot, sit half a rock.
Running that
Yeah,
yellow
if you
guard
stay,
back is
like,
really
here.
dangerous. You hit it
Yeah.
a little bit on the high
Kinda line up
side.
the
You could
angle
end up
of their
leaving two
yellows.
yellows along the center
I
line.
like that better.
Open up the red,
I also
and
don't
all of a
mind
sudden you
this,
could be
but
thrown
I have a
against
wide
4
open
on your
something,
last.
but-
Yeah, I agree.
Tapping the yellow red combination is probably
Let's play
the
this.
safest.
Okay, let's play the hit. Let's go.
I think pro side has to be low. Pro side is low.
Pardon?
Pro side is low.
Yeah, exactly.
So have they gone back to the hit then?
They have.
Yeah.
Yeah, nose.
Yeah, to Nancy's point, high side would drive the yellow guard into the ones on the center line. That would be the worst case
We're not
scenario
doing this to
for
pick it and see 3-4 inches.
Ty sees that pick
I like
on the
the
back
top.
Yeah.
left.
Okay, let's do this. Let's do this run. 9 seconds.
So running the yellow guard straight back onto the red on in the 8-foot circle.
Yep, gotta go, gotta go, gotta go. Gotta go, gotta go, gotta go. Hard, you got it. Hard, hard, hard.
Okay.
Oh,
Almost.
wow. Are we shot, Kerri?
Yeah.
All right, good.
So now where do you go?
Okay, so this should finish up a bit.
Right, that's the question. You could throw a guard, but I think they're trying to steal more than one here.
Mm-hmm.
Thinking 3-3. I got a 15-6.
Just get a quarter, just get around those ones in the top there, and so that they can't just run it. Make it
Yeah,
have to
top
make
button.
a draw to the back one. Yeah.
Yeah, right there. They could just pick the back one out too and give up one. That's
Yep.
pretty easy. That yellow's wide open
Trying
now.
to bite, nibble the button. Get past this red.
Yep.
Good look at it from the front. That yellow's completely exposed. Line 2 anywhere in there would be a pretty good shot, I would think. You almost guaranteed a steal of 1.
Yeah, I think so too.
Just don't corner freeze through yellow. That would be bad.
Line's good. Clean.
You didn't give her like the announcers
Line's
first.
good, Kerri. Clean.
Yeah, well, that's I traditionally do that at least once an event. So
Wait there.
Line's good.
Wait there.
Rim.
Coming down.
Rim still. Need curl.
It's
This
there.
one needs a curl.
Line's good.
It's there. It's
Oh,
there.
it's starting in there.
Sit. Sit.
What a shot.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
perfect. It's exactly where he touched the broom. Just nibble the button. So you're going to see them concede a single here.
Yeah.
This spot will, like, it's just going to run dead straight, right? So just, yeah, smooth. I like middle of that back one, right? And then just
Yeah.
through.
It'll be interesting to see if Nancy makes a shot. They give up their one. If they call the power play like they did in this morning's game when they were up, or whether they hang on to it for a little bit longer this game.
We'll hit it. Clean. Clean, yep. Yep. Yep.
Shot.
And that That was the call.
Yeah, that would have been unbelievable. You guys would have been, yeah. Meeting us in the park. You guys would have been meeting us in the parking lot. Can't do it here.
Talking about if Nancy had like gone like tick tick and made them both.
Was the body holding up, feeling good? Yeah. I know, it's like, feels good.
Who cares if the furnace is out? That's doing it right there. I'm gonna have to lose a layer.
Dad, I don't think this is working.
Let me turn up the volume for you. Ooh, it's almost too hot, huh?
There's an expert for that.
Let your local heating experts at Service Experts Heating and Air Conditioning keep you warm and worry-free with the Advantage program for just one low monthly payment.
Guys, come back, I'm doing s'mores.
This one's tracking a bit right now.
You're watching live coverage of the Service Experts Shootout coming to you from Leduc, Alberta. This is part of the CBC Mixed Double Super Series, third of 5 events.
Are they shot? No, we are.
First 2 events of the season were played. First one was played in the Ottawa region in Carlson Place. That was won by Bruce Mowat and Jen Dodds from Scotland. The second event in Saskatoon was actually won by Nancy Martin and Tyrel Griffith, winning the Ali Jenkins Memorial. And here they are again in a final, in control here. Mike Harris, happy to be bringing you the coverage with Kim Tuck. And Kim, this is a good team that's gotten off to some great early starts, but they hung on earlier today in their semifinal against Kerri and Rios, and looking like they've got a similar MO going here. They end up conceding a steal there in the 4th end. And what are they going to need to do to try to find a way to get even a greater hold on this one?
Well, I think they're going to have to really be more precise with where they're putting their shots and where they're leaving stones, being really mindful of the angles and trying to make sure that they're always one in front of Kerri and Brad, so that Kerri and Brad have to do all the work to remove things and not necessarily have Tyrel and Nancy doing that work for them. So I think if they can continue on the same kind of path, a little bit of mistake there from Nancy, but I think that keeping doing what they've been doing for the last few ends is going to, serve them well throughout the rest of the game.
Yeah, Einarson and Jacobs down 4, but they would have watched a bit of that semifinal, so they know that there's a chance of coming back. And Kerri and Rios did have a shot down 4 coming home to tie that game, the earlier semifinal today. Conversely, Jacobs and Einarson in their semifinal against Weigel and Epping looked very comfortable the whole game. They were really never in danger of losing that one. And
they're gonna have the freeze still,
but they're definitely a slower start here for Einarson and Jacobs.
Yeah. I think those first 2 ends just snuck up on them so quickly. Next thing you know, they look up and they're down 6.
Yeah, freeze is good. What do you like? This, I like that. And then he has to make a good one. Yeah, and then we got the run. We just got to get it under, so. Yeah, I like the hit and roll. Okay. Yeah. What do you see in hack? Yeah, hack weight.
Yeah, just such a change in mindset. I think, for any curlers watching the game, when all of a sudden they've got a bigger lead early than they expected, it's really tough to change gears. And that's the challenge that, it's a good problem to have, being up 6 and all of that, but it's just really one of those things where the pressure is completely off Einarson and Jacobs at this point. As long as all they do is try to keep grinding and try to find a way to steal.
Yeah, and Nancy and Tyrel make a mistake. open score even more so for Brad and Kerri. So the pressure's more so on them.
Just curl, eh? Yeah.
So Tyrel's just curled a little more than they were hoping.
Yeah. My first shot. I was just looking at the rocket. Oh yeah. I think it's just that spot. It's wrong.
Just looking at which draw to play. Trying to get into the button somewhere.
Yes! Hard! Line's perfect! Hard! Hard! Oh, curl. Curl. Yep. Keep
Just going to come up a little light or over curl or a bit of both, and
I think we gotta play the draw now.
that helps a little bit.
Well,
If you're cheering
will
for
be...
Or we just peel.
Tyrel and Nancy.
So, if we peel, and they play this double, we play that double.
Well, they're not. I don't think they're doubling. They're trying to steal. So we peel.
So they're trying to draw under this?
Exactly, and then we probably play the
We
nose.
double them.
And I mean, they're
I
still gonna be
think we
protecting.
peel.
Yeah, I think it gives us a chance at a score. So let's
The
peel.
only other shot is here, but I
think,
like to peel.
I kind of like this peel. Yeah.
This way?
Yeah.
Do you like this, Kim?
Hmm.
That says everything. I understand. Yeah. I'm kind of with you. I mean, they're in a position. If they peel, they can always play a double on those top two yellows and give up one if Jacobs makes some sort of double on the back reds. But
I just feel like they're doing the work for Brad and Kerri, right? Like they're getting rid of rocks and then
I
they
agree.
can rearrange those things up there. So I don't love it.
Clean.
But again, this is an example of them, trying to switch gears here.
I think if we can just tap this a hair and sit there, that's pretty good. And then maybe I can freeze another one on my last.
Sure. Okay.
yeah, that's the right call.
Yeah,
Just
just
play the
tap it.
freeze.
Yeah. Yep.
Big shot here for Jacobs. Needs to make sure he doesn't line up the three yellows. Tyrel's going to be throwing some big weight at that top situation.
Yeah.
And if this yellow ends up in a spot where you can get all three yellows moving, that would certainly let Martin and Griffith off the hook.
Kind of felt like it was grabbing a hair.
Okay, yep. Hard! Hard! You got it! Hard! Hard, Brad! You gotta go!
Trying to get by this one at the top four. Looks like it's over curling.
Looks like it.
Just papers it.
The thing is, I think that just jams.
The good news is it ended up in a spot that they can't do much with the middle yellows.
Yep.
Bad news is Ty can hit and roll into lie three.
If she hits that,
Yeah.
it's not. It kind of roll right to the edge of the can. Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
You can roll right there. You're probably going to score one and have a shot for a big
It's a
end.
little longer roll. So
Yeah.
It's a hair more. Yeah. You'll get a little curl like this. Just curl. I think we get away with a hair more.
I don't think okay.
It's curling just a little more than
This
last
is kind
game.
of the straight spot near that mid-8 though, right?
Pardon?
Is this good? You like this?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Yeah. If we get a half a rock under, like a full rock under would be good, but half a rock under is good.
I agree. I think rolling right to the button, as much of the button as you can get, is awesome.
Yeah, I agree. Trying to get as close to that side of the center line.
Hair full, eh?
Clean.
Curl.
Stops just in time.
Yep.
That is a great roll. And really tough for Einarson to get to the button on that in-turn side.
Mastering those quiet weight shots is you know, if you're looking to get better at mixed doubles, being able to play those board weight, hack weight, backline shots like that is key. So one of the things definitely to practice if you're looking to get better at mixed doubles.
Well, this is not made. This is going to be a draw for 4. This could be handshakes right here. This is a gamer. Needs to get at least second shot full 4-foot.
And that's a tough board.
It is tough, and to match up the weight and the line. You know, the key, as long as they get through the hole and end up second shot, at least they feel like they would stay in this one. But what a pressure-filled shot this is for Kerri Einarson.
I like it.
Line's good. Line's good. Sweep for
It's close.
Sweep for team.
We can leave it. Leave it if you can.
Boom.
Okay.
Curl.
It's got to
Curl.
curl.
Red.
It's on the red. That's not good.
No.
This is going to leave a shot for a 4-ender here for Nancy. If they if you were tie game, you could play the note for 5, but there's no need when you're up a million.
No.
Yeah. Yeah. Hair high is good. Right on the nose.
Yeah.
You might lose this.
They're actually looking at the hit.
Or you just draw
Yeah.
Or you just draw for 4. No, it's not stuffing there. It's going on to half a rock, so.
I feel like this is a situation where Wayne would be like, play the hit, and I'd be like, how about we just draw?
Just draw for 4.
Well, I mean, how can you mess this up? You hit the yellow on the center line too far on the outside and it spins in for second shot. That might be the worst thing you could do. You're never giving up a point here.
You know, I'll take a
But
third.
anywhere near the nose should kill both yellows.
I think, 2 or 3 inches into the 12 will be good.
And like I said, if it was a tie game, they would just draw. You just play for 5 and not even worry about it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think they're going to draw though. They
does,
15 ones for hers. They were stopping.
yeah, it does sound like that's what they're
I think
doing.
it's like 15-4. Maybe a little faster. Yeah, out here it'll be. Give me the same as what you threw on your end.
so already up
You got this.
4, lying 3 and throwing. Nancy Martin with a chance to go up 10-2 here through 5 ends of play in. Will that be enough if it's made?
Keep room down.
That's the question.
That's good.
Mine's perfect.
The bad news for Brad and Kerri is they had to use their power play early to try to get back into the game, so they don't have it now to use again. So it'll be a little bit more difficult now.
Throw it in there.
Okay. Okay. Thanks, guys.
A little heavy, and that will be it. So what a performance by Nancy Martin and Tyrel Griffith. They made it look easy here, Kim, in this one, and maybe a last comment from you about how well they played these last 2 Super Series events.
Yeah, I'm really impressed with, like, they're a good team, and I've always known they're a good team, but I've been really impressed with them in the last 2 events and just in how precise they've been with where they're putting their rocks. And that is hard to beat, you know, mixed doubles. You've got a team putting them exactly where they need them to be. But just their weight control and the communication, they're going to be a team that's tough to beat moving forward. That's for sure.
Well, on behalf of Kim Tuck, and let's thank our crew, family affair, Brandon Martin, who is Nancy's son, is out, one of our camera guys, Haley Britton, another camera person behind the scenes, Jay Allen and Wayne Tuck, done great work, and our producer, Jerry Gertz and Rory McCusker. Fantastic job by everyone involved. We'll be back after the commercial break with a word from our champions.
She's laughing. She loves it. Thanks, man. Thanks, Nancy. You too.
Who cares if the furnace is out? That's doing it right there. I'm gonna have to lose a layer.
Dad, I don't think this is working.
Let me turn up the volume for you. Ooh, it's almost too hot, huh?
There's an expert for that.
Let your local heating experts at Service Experts Heating and Air Conditioning keep you warm and worry-free with the Advantage program for just one low monthly payment.
Guys, come back, I'm doing s'mores. Who cares if the furnace is out? That's doing it right there. I'm gonna have to lose a layer.
Dad, I don't think this is working.
Let me turn up the volume for you. Ooh, it's almost too hot, huh?
There's an expert for that.
Let your local heating experts at Service Experts Heating and Air Conditioning keep you warm and worry-free with the Advantage program for just one low monthly payment.
Guys, come back, I'm doing s'mores. Who cares if the furnace is out? That's doing it right there. I'm gonna have to lose a layer.
Dad, I don't think this is working.
Let me turn up the volume for you. Ooh, it's almost too hot, huh?
There's an expert for that.
Let your local heating experts at Service Experts Heating and Air Conditioning keep you warm and worry-free with the Advantage program for just one low monthly payment.
Guys, come back, I'm doing s'mores.
Barely like looking around, and now she's just like on a mission for everything. He's like, "What's this? What's that? What's this?"
Well, it's been a dominant performance here all long by Nancy Martin and Tyrel Griffith. They win this one 9-2 over Kerri Einarson and Brad Jacobs. And down at ice level is founder of this mixed double super series, along with Wayne Tuck. That is Jay Allen. And let's throw things down now to Jay, who is with our champions, Nancy and Tyrel.
Oh, great. Well, first of all, congratulations, you two, on another win. That's 2 in a row for you guys, so that's fantastic. I wanted to ask you a couple questions here. So obviously, fast start for the semis and finals. 2 big wins today. What do you think were the keys to those early successes?
I felt like today we really, it all came together. All the stuff we've been talking about all week, and just tightening up the ice and using Tyrel a lot more. And Tyrel was on fire all day today, so that helped.
So how difficult is it to hold a big lead against these world-class teams?
It's nerve-wracking.
It is, yeah. I mean, I definitely, like getting off to a fast start. Mixed doubles is kind of all about staying on the offense, I feel, and when you play defensively, you kind of, maybe give them the chance to kind of come back and give some momentum back, because you're not playing, you're not keeping the gas down.
Right.
So yeah, it's different, especially when you got after you throw so many hits, and then all of a sudden you got to make a clutch draw. And, okay, where is that draw weight? We need it perfectly top 4.
And you got to catch your breath.
Yeah.
It's never easy.
It's tough though. Like those leads against Kerri and Brad, we're up, I don't even know, 6-1, and it's like you're still breathing, like you're still very focused on every shot, just because you know that they can take 3 or 4 any minute. So
real quick, listen, congratulations, you two.
Thanks, Jay.
Thanks
for
all your
guys. Thanks, Jay.
Take care. Back to you, Mike.
Well, that'll wrap things up for us, all of us here in Leduc, Alberta, from the Service Expert Shootout. Again, part of the CBC Mixed Double Super Series. Thanks again to all of our hardworking crew, my partner in crime in the booth, Kim Tuck, and we will see you in 2 weeks, December 1st to 4th, coming to you from Winnipeg, Manitoba, for the next event in our Super Series.
Yeah, no, we will. Yeah. Whatever's in it is just easier to do it.
Who cares if the furnace is out? That's doing it right there. I'm gonna have to lose a layer.
Dad, I don't think this is working.
Let me turn up the volume for you. Ooh, it's almost too hot, huh?
There's an expert for that.
Let your local heating experts at Service Experts Heating and Air Conditioning keep you warm and worry-free with the Advantage program for just one low monthly payment.
Guys, come back, I'm doing s'mores.
The Roaring Game. We all love it, but sometimes curling just isn't as fun as it can be on the Nintendo Switch. Don't get stuck in your curling club this year. Learn the game inside and out. Play for your favorite country and take the curling world by storm. With up to 4 players per console, you can enjoy curling with your friends and family anywhere, anytime. Let's play curling. Available now only on Nintendo Switch.
Imagine being able to stream every curling game from every sheet from any event, be it your Wednesday league game, bonspiel, or corporate event. Curling Stadium offers an all-inclusive streaming solution featuring high-quality cameras, ease of use, great reliability, and minimal installation. Offering your sponsors customizable ad space on your streamed curling games and being able to sell video packages to your corporate events for increased revenue. With Curling Stadium, you can stream to any device, be it your mobile phone, tablet, or computer. Push the feed to your desired platform, be it Facebook, YouTube, or any other social media. Curling Stadium is simply the way forward. Where it's commonplace in other sports to televise every game, we want to do the same. Curling is a global sport, and it's time it gets the coverage it needs. Make your curling club the next Curling Stadium.